Drug dreams. What are they? Why do we have them? Also want to talk a little bit about mental health. Just my 2 cents. Hello everybody. Welcome to Sobriety and Silver. I woke up sober this morning because I went to bed sober last night. Today is 1,235 days of continuous sobriety. Day 271 of stacking silver, getting on YouTube, having fun. Well, drug dreams. I am going to switch y'all up a little here. Get away from my dirty windshield. Man, I tell you what, I had a drug dream last night. First of all, what is a drug dream? If you're not in recovery, maybe you don't know, maybe you never heard of them, but if you're in recovery, sometimes you may have a dream where you are using or looking for the substance that you were previously actively using. And sometimes they can be kind of goofy, sometimes they can be pretty intense. And last night I had a really intense alcohol dream. And in my dream I was already intoxicated and I was looking for more. There were bottles laying everywhere, but they were empty. I had a empty bottle stuffed in my belt loop, which is one of the things I used to do with little half-pint vodka bottles, because they were what I thought easily hidden. Hold on, there's some cars going by here. Yes, I'm outdoor dashing again, and it's kind of slow right now, so I'm taking this opportunity to record a video. And yes, I know I lied to y'all again. I still haven't cleaned that Morgan, but I am going to do that. I'm going to quit saying it's going to be in the next video, because this is the second video where I said I was going to do it and I still haven't done it. Maybe that's my subconscious telling me to not really clean it. I don't know. But anyway, so when I woke up from the dream, it woke me up at 3:38 in the morning. And the dream was so intense. This is how the mind works, in my opinion. Now, I am not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a licensed blah 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 blah. We call them substance abuse counselors. Man, I'm all over the place today. But anyway, this is just my opinion from a guy who drank and did drugs for 28 years and has over 3 years of sobriety now. Let's go back to the dirty windshield. My arm's getting tired. But anyway, when I woke up from the dream was so intense and so realistic that for the briefest of seconds there, I could actually smell alcohol. And it was that old, stale alcohol smell. Now, there was absolutely no alcohol in my system. There was none in the house. We don't even have anything, the RV I mean, but we don't even have anything in the RV that remotely smells like alcohol. So that was just, I guess, a residual effect of the dream, and maybe I wasn't really awake, and I don't know, can you smell in your dream? I have no idea. But it was so intense that I got up and stayed up. I made a pot of coffee at close to 4 o'clock in the morning after I had gone out to collect myself, and just started the morning really early. The thing I want to get to with mental health is I do believe that the drug and alcohol dreams have maybe a meaning to them, that maybe there's some kind of mental health issue going on. Now, I looked it up. I wanted to sound real professional on here about what my opinion was and read the exact description and definition of what it is. But y'all, if you've been following me, you know I can't do that. I will start the video over 500 times. So what y'all gonna get is me. It's just me. But anyway, I think a lot of it has to do with right now, that there's stress and anxiety going on in my life and my wife's life with this unprepared for, unexpected move. And hold on, truck going by, guys. Sorry about that. Seems like a diesel goes by every time I want to record a video right here. But again, it is what it is. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, anxiety, stress, and I think that has a lot to do with it when it comes to the alcohol and drug dreams, because it may be where in my dream state or subconscious, whatever you want to call it, I'm actually reverting back to what I used to do to deal with the stress, or what I thought was a good way of dealing with the stress, which was drinking and using. So now that my wife and I are running into some stress, maybe that's just my mind saying, hey, this is what you used to do. This is how you used to do it. So is that a warning of, is it a craving? I don't think it's a craving, because I didn't crave alcohol or drugs or anything like that when I woke up. I had that feeling of guilt and anxiety. That anxiety was really kicking in, but I didn't crave anything. I didn't want to run out and buy alcohol and forget my troubles, because that absolutely is not going to work. There is no time in any stress-induced situation that adding alcohol or drugs to it is going to help it at all. It's going to make it 100 times worse. But so what I did is after I got my coffee, tried to change the mindset, try to change the situation. I got on Stacker Social and was just reading through some of the comments that are on there, and some of them gave me a little laugh, like whoever posted about showing off your silver, holding it with your feet. Whew. I don't know who did that, S&M, and I don't know how Danny feels about that, but whatever. He says he didn't start that, but I figure I had to give you a little jab on that one. But anyway, so yeah, some of the dreams they can stick with you all day long. And if you allow that to stick with you, it can actually cause more anxiety during the day, because you focus on that dream, you focus on that feeling you had when you first woke up, and it's not the way it is. It's just a dream. Maybe it's your brain dealing with the stress of the moment, or the stress you're going through in life. But it also could be, something where your mind is remembering what you did and how you acted in your active addiction, and maybe it's a warning, of, hey, don't go back and do this again. You don't ever want to do that again. You don't want to live like that no more. You don't want to, ruin your life when you're trying to rebuild and trying to enjoy life. And boy, I tell you what, enjoy life. Look at today. Today is just beautiful, beautiful day. So to wake up at 3:38 in the morning and let a drug dream ruin a day like this, no, I'll stay sober. I'll stay happy. I got on Stacker Social, and I just wished everybody a wonderful week, a blessed week, and kind of, I don't know what you call it, I guess, sent out a positive vibe to a bunch of people that I've never met, but somehow are becoming a big part of my life, part of my day. And to be able to do that, just to send blessings and to send a good positive vibe, that helped. That helped to get the day started. I got my my dog and just relaxed. I just chilled out for a little bit and realized it's just a dream. Now, I have, when I have my opinion on this, and again, guys, that's all this is. I am not a professional. I'm going to make that very clear. This is just a sober dude's own opinion. But I am also blessed and lucky that I have somebody that I love and that I trust to talk to about these things. And this is what I want to get in with the mental health. As soon as my wife woke up, after we got the dogs taken care of and all that, I immediately told her about my dream. And, I wasn't expecting a professional answer or a reason. Just needed somebody to listen. I needed somebody to understand that I had a very intense drug dream, and it started my day in a negative way. Now, here it is, I guess about 11:30, and my day is just fine. I'm back to me. It didn't last long. So I do think it's very important to have somebody like that. And if you don't have somebody that you know and love and trust, then maybe seek a counselor. I have used a counselor before. I have had mental health counseling, and that was not during this active addiction. It was, I guess about 10 years ago. And, I didn't follow through with it, but it did help. It was somebody that I could talk to about my addiction and what I was going through. But at that time, I was not ready. I wasn't ready for sobriety, and now I am. And one of the comments that I saw, I don't know the comment verbatim. And Sandy, I hope this is all right, but I'm going to talk about your better half. Danny put a comment on Stacker Social about the importance of mental health. And again, I don't know the comment verbatim, but that's what got me wanting to talk about that in this video, because it just kind of goes hand in hand with that dream. And well, I tell you what, if you're in recovery and you've had some of them dreams, man, they can be very, very intense. And people actually wake up from them dreams thinking that they've relapsed. And it takes them a minute to realize that they haven't. So anyway, with that being said, guys, I'm going to keep this video shorter than normal. Actually, it's not shorter than normal. I just noticed it's almost 14 minutes. So anyway, we had a great giveaway yesterday. Still waiting for the winner to email me. I haven't gotten that yet, but maybe tonight, I'm not going to make any promises, but maybe tonight I can get my wife to hold the phone while I clean that Morgan. We'll see how it turns out. I hope everybody has a beautiful, wonderful, blessed Monday and a whole week, blessed life. You guys are amazing. I love the community. I'll see y'all in the next video.